Hey there, this is Phoenix Amori. So let's talk about some things that are basically issues with everything from music to film to all these things. The problem became when people weren't really educated in the politics, and them not understanding why. To some people it's a huge deal to have seen the picture with Obama and Farrakhan. People need to understand something. Because of that Iran deal, that was an issue for people. And as people are seeing why some were questioning if he had ties to Islam, it's not just as simple as, oh, he was just in a picture with Farrakhan and all that. It's some of the policies that he was focused on. So I'm explaining this to African American folks that don't have this segregated belief, right, that blacks need to be segregated from whites and all that, and that's the only way things can be great and good and all that. You have a lot of black folks that don't agree with that either. So you can understand why they put that picture out. Even more so, wouldn't you feel a little ticked off if you're Jewish or Asian or however you want to say it, and now you find out, and this is embarrassing to me, that some of these black lawyers had them hide the picture. That's not good, because now that it's out for real, you're going to use the same person to try to campaign for this party. It's not going to work out so well for you guys. Not even wishing ill on the Democratic Party, just seeing it for what it is. Now, after all that, when people are like, oh, they just always bashing Obama and claiming this and that, when you keep seeing them validated with stuff, you're like, oh, hell. So it was, and he did know, and this and that. It's a problem, not my problem. But I like to explain that to people, because I know, being an African American woman, I like to step back and be objective enough, regardless of skin color, right? And stay true to my own beliefs and say, you know what? That is kind of grimy, whether they're Asian, whether they're Anglo-American, whether they're African American. I'm like, yeah, that's causing problems for a whole lot of people. So here's the thing, and I need people to understand something very clearly. If you notice something that's happened, these same people that claim diversity, basically the way that they got to where they are right now is by still running over some of their own race, and they know it's the truth. So now you have people, right, not so quick to just back down and say, oh yes, finally the first black. No, because they realize they ran over a lot of black women to be the first black woman. No. Yeah, they look bad, just being frank with you. Even more so, the problem is that's not what they want representing African American women to be. I said all this was going to implode, and this is why it's happening the way that it is. This is why you don't have as many black people coming to their, aid, as I say, and say, no, they shouldn't be like that, because they're looking, going, you know what, this has gotten to be a mess, because they put themselves in political positions, not even being educated enough about it. And now you really start to feel like it was all about them just wanting some shine because they want these awards. So now you start feeling hoodwinked, like you followed behind them with all their influence on a political level, only to find out, oh, it's really just because you wanted the awards. So here you have somebody, basically, this is what I loved about New York, for real. When folks started putting out there, actually our crime rate is a little bit lower than it was. People start noticing something. When a certain individual got the hell out of New York, notice how things started getting a little bit calmer, right, in that regard. And so you see this person constantly feeling the need to speak on everything and be the authority for black folks. And at some point, black folks don't even like being pushed over by other black folks. Y'all know how we do. That's just real. So now you have issues because people don't like how this is going. And when you have, right, a president of one of those African countries that Trump said whatever about, saying, no, it's kind of true, we have been this and that, and complacent, or however you want to say it. Now, what he's saying is, and this is what I'm going to articulate to people, that's really how some of the African folks view some of the ones that came here, like they kind of have been weak. So he was being objective enough. So let me ask a pure question for people to really ponder on. Now, why do you have the same one that tried to speak for New York suddenly open his mouth about a statement when one of the presidents of the countries that Trump was speaking of, or speaking about, is like, no, he's got a point? Why does that person feel the need to get on TV and address that very thing? Because it's all about shine. But the problem that they're having right now, right, is people are recognizing it for what it is. The other big issue is you have a president now who is not afraid to go head on with you guys. And the thing about it is, this is not even about kissing Trump's butt. And that's the one thing I think they realize, most people about me know, because I've criticized some things. I'm like, that didn't make sense, or however you want to say it. So being objective enough is very key. You guys are not objective. So when this person, who is not even in a political role, mind you, right, gets on TV and addresses something, that's not really something that he, right, needs to really stir up again. Now, if you're representing one of those African countries as one of the political leaders and saying, okay, yeah, we should feel this way. Here's the thing. If you notice what's so grimy about that, right, it's like he's following behind what I said. I was not talking to him. And that's the thing I think is irritating people now. When I specifically said some of the African leaders should address it, why is a rapper getting on TV and addressing it? I was not talking to you. So it's some little ugly about his little need to kind of follow me around like I don't know. It's weird. I think y'all should think that's weird, actually. Majorly weird. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying now. Was not talking to him. Talking to the African leaders. One of the African leaders was like, actually, we think Trump is right. At that point, why is rapper feeling like he needs to say something? Take care.